favorite musician, Justin Bieber, specifically the song Baby. I'll sing it for you. Baby, 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 oh, baby, 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 no, baby, 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 no, that should always be mine. I think, as far as lyrics go, you really can't beat that. Plans up for TwitchCon? I got a flight to Asia shortly after. I don't really know what I'm going to do there. I just found a cheap flight, so I'm like, sure, let's do it. Are you pissed off with hitching? What does that mean? Like, am I mad? Like, that type of pissed off? No. It isn't fun hitchhiking mad, so I wouldn't recommend it. If you run out of time. My plan A is to hitchhike there. There is no other plans. If we could say there's a plan B is for plan A to work. Vietnam could be interesting. Isn't fun hitchhiking that? Well, I've seen hitchhikers and they'll have people drive past them and they'll be flipping off people because they're not picking them up. It's just they're so salty. It doesn't look fun at all. Companion dog? No, I don't want one because I'm responsible for them. I put myself in some uncomfortable situations and I don't want to put another living being through the uncomfortable situations that I'm comfortable with. They don't really have any say in the option like this dog. But I'm choosing to do this, so. Also, it does limit me. I can only go in so many different businesses that allow dogs. I'm guessing it'd slow down the hitchhiking. It adds a whole lot more difficulties. Crazy people shouldn't hitchhike, is that what you're saying? Well, it just looks I don't know. There's a million reasons to not pick up a hitchhiker. The person that does eventually stop is going way out of the way to help out a complete stranger. So just be appreciative that eventually someone will stop. And stop being pissed off that most people won't stop, because that's just the way the world is. The epic Instagram montages of the guy who surfed the world with his dog? I don't know, I just don't want to do that. Doesn't mean you can't do it. I don't want to. choose your cars sometimes? What do you mean? If a car pulls over for me, I still have the option to turn down that ride in that vehicle, and that does happen, usually for logistical reasons, to pull over and we're going in different directions. Like there's a split in the road shortly after there, and I'm going a different way. But I have turned down rides for people because I just don't want to ride with them in particular. I've never stopped for a hitchhike, and most people never will. Your beard is scaring them. It's growing 0.2 millimeters. No, not the 0.2 millimeter long beard. Change your clothes someday. I have 3 shirts and 1 pair of pants, so that's how much variety we have. Ride in the back of a pickup truck, would you enjoy it more? Well, I can't do that on the interstate. I did that yesterday on a state highway, which felt nice. But someone help co-host on the channel. Also, that would get even more. But guest on another channel. I like doing it this way. Like I'll definitely stream with other people, something like that, collaborate potentially in the future. But long term, it's me and the road and my sign and my thumb. We go back to your hometown? Yeah. I was just there for like 3 weeks. Well, took a 3-week holiday. My sister was getting married, so I did that, and then kind of just relaxed for a bit after a 5-month-long trip. How far did you go yesterday? The net mileage was 95 miles or something like that, 94, 95 miles. We drove a lot further than that, but I took some back roads and was zigzagging all over the place. As long as you just stuck in one spot, 8.5 hours. Around the back of the pickup truck in most states. We look it up for Tennessee and it's fine. And I don't actually think it's most states. I think it's only illegal in a few states. But there are different rules about where you can and can't do it and how old you have to be and stuff like that in each particular state. But like someone's, feel free to look up the actual law. You charge your batteries? I just have a lot of batteries. If you run out of batteries while you're streaming, you're just not carrying enough batteries. You should carry more. Straight west, then going up to Midwest. Or straight west on 40, probably Flagstaff, then south through Phoenix and get onto Interstate 8 straight to San Diego. Seatbelt laws? Yeah, I don't really understand it, but they seem to circumvent seatbelt laws. It's like if you're in the cab of a vehicle and there's an available seatbelt, they're like, you have to wear a seatbelt. But you can still ride in the bed of a pickup truck because this is America. There's definitely some states where it's illegal, but when we were looking up last year and this year again, if I remember correctly, it's only a few states where it's flat out illegal to ride in the bed of a pickup truck. Now, in Tennessee it's legal, but you can't do it on an interstate highway. Somebody can catch a taxi? No. This is part of hitchhiking. I'm patient. Carry a gun just in case I'm Canadian. Should be your answer. Depending which state is the most beautiful woman, I couldn't pick one state. Impossible. Procedure 10 setup way? I actually don't know. If you just, if you look up, if you Google Marmot Tungsten 1PUL, then it'll give you the specs on it. If you'll have been out of touch with current events world while hitchhiking? Yeah, kinda. I have access to the internet, obviously, because I'm streaming. But, yeah, I don't follow things too closely. So appreciative of this win today. Baby. Saturday I should be in school, but I'm watching Hitch instead. You got your priorities. I think those are the right priorities. Being Canadian, can you ice skate? No. Oh, very poorly. It's been less frequent in road you tried to hitch a ride? Dempster Highway. In the winter. From near Dawson City, Yukon to Nunavik, Northwest Territories. It's like 700 something kilometers with like nothing on that road except for a fuel stop about halfway along. Like 7 cars drive past me in 4 hours. I gotta ride with a truck. But that was probably the most desolate spot I've been hitchhiking at. It's the winter, so you have to cross 2 ice roads to get there. To Nunavik, that is. From one country to another. If you only hitchhike, well, country is on the same like land mass, then you can just hitchhike to the other country. If it's across an ocean, then I just fly to that other country. Never have I claimed that I only travel via hitchhiking. Tennessee last time I had a hellish wait? Yeah, 6.5 hours. Tennessee heading north out of Knoxville. Let me see what you love to visit next. I still like near the very top of the list is New Zealand. But I don't know about cities. I don't really think about cities that much. I don't really travel for cities. hitchhikers can fly. Well, I've hitchhiked on airplanes, but it was all within that state. It's all been in the United States. It's all been within one state. So I haven't flown to another country nor even another state on a hitchhiked plane. Longest to come without a ride, 8.5 hours. Too many trucks, need a lot of road stop. It's just a very bad spot. Before I came here, there's a truck parked right here. Thoughts on Waffle House? They kicked me out. Well, they stopped me from filming the only one time I went, so I haven't been back. But yeah. Every time I hitchhike, we'll have people come in here and give very strong opinions about how to hitchhike. Usually to the negative and saying I'm doing it wrong. Most of the time they really don't know what they're talking about. Planned to park there, would have slowed down ahead of time. These trucks going on the interstate. Yeah, it's an on-ramp. People driving on an on-ramp are generally going onto the interstate. This is how it works. If people want to pull over for me, they won't accelerate up to highway speeds, and they will in fact pull over. If they don't want to pull over for me, they will continue accelerating on the on-ramp to interstate speeds and then merge into traffic. This is how it works. We're looking forward to it at TwitchCon. Having fun, meeting a lot of people. It's a very social event. Because with just the south sign, you get people that are like, oh, some hitchhiker, I don't think I want to pick him up. And then you swap it to not a murder, and they're like, what's the sign say? South, not a murderer. South, not a murderer. We're doing sign flips.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Have you ever had the extreme Snickers?
There's an extreme Snickers? Do you have them here?
My man, let me enlighten you.
Yeah, enlighten me about the extreme Snickers.
Excuse me, young lady.
This guy's showing me the extreme Snickers. Yeah.
To what hunger is not anymore.
Oh, all nuts and caramel.
My man,
Extreme Snickers.
This right here.
Yeah.
Is like you having KITT on the side of you.
Really?
Knight Rider, if you remember what Knight Rider is. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So.
Yeah. was even in the shade. Alright. Sub, I think. Need to find a trucker? I need to find anyone that's driving that way. I don't really care what they're driving. I'm only trying to go 70 miles. Bodie, hey, thank you for the 2-month Twitch Prime resub. Appreciate the 2 months there. In fact, the trucker would probably be bypassing Memphis. They'd probably stopped here for lunch or whatever, and they're continuing west on 40 real far. And I'm planning on stopping in Memphis, so if anything, it's inconvenient for them to have to try and pull over in a spot that's easy for them to pull off and then get back on the highway. Camera overheated? No, it's a modem, like internet modem. But yes, the camera does get very hot. Or the cell phone does get very hot. Give up and go home. Wait, were you the one that said you need to find a truck? And then I'm like, well, I don't really care, it could be anything. And then your response to that is give up and go home. You don't get very far in life with that mentality. There's so much on your screen. This lens is just kind of dying on me. It's got some scratches and dings on it. And that's hitchhiking for you. Parts of the country where it's harder to hitchhike through. Out of major cities can be difficult, some more difficult than others. It's hard to navigate to a good spot where you can hitchhike and find traffic leaving the greater city area. A lot of the on-ramps you'd be hitchhiking on are just servicing mostly local traffic. Seeing there is getting you far? Well, so far hitchhiking on this trip's gotten me about 3,000 miles in 15 days. I think that's pretty far. But I guess far is subjective. What is far? How long is it going to take you to get to TwitchCon? Who knows? It's hitchhiking, right? Washington State, it's illegal. It's not illegal to hitchhike in the state of Washington. It's illegal to hitchhike from an interstate in the state of Washington. I know why you say that, because you drive onto the interstate on-ramps and the sign says no pedestrians, no hitchhiking, no this, no this, no this. It's not illegal. It's the exact same as the sign behind me that says no pedestrians past this point. They just specify no hitchhiking past that point, which really is being a pedestrian. You can stand before that sign on the interstate all day and you'll be fine. Streaming uses a lot of data? Yeah, it does. Depends on the bitrate you stream at. That's the data transfer rate. Have you get rides from cops? Yeah, I interact with the cops in the United States pretty frequently, and sometimes they'll give me a ride. I've had 2 rides from the cops so far on this trip. And are you going all the way to San Diego? I wouldn't ride with them. I'd ride with them until Memphis because I want to go to Memphis. So 70 miles. Also, I don't feel like getting to San Diego like a week early. Because that's boring. Driving schedule to follow? Well, there's a lot more freedom if I have 0 schedule and I'm just hitchhiking for the sake of hitchhiking. Maybe I have a destination, but it doesn't matter when I get there. There's always going to be some idle anxiety when you have a deadline to get somewhere when you're hitchhiking, because like it's really hard to follow schedule hitchhiking because you're really at the whim of people driving, right? San Diego, not Florida. They always do TwitchCon in the fall in California. They switch up the city, but it's always in California. They did one in Berlin this spring. And I think their plan is to continue, is to do another one in Europe next spring. Gonna be in Amsterdam. That'd be a fun place to do it. Be a funny place to do it. Of course, I'll go. Might be close for your Asian flights too, because I don't like telling people where I'm flying to and when I'm flying. The precedent has been set on Twitch to not tell people what your flight schedules are, so I don't tell people my flight schedules. Show friend Nikki is streaming. Is she? Yo Nikki? She was very nice. Why San Diego, not Florida? I literally just responded to that. Sign is not hitching. This is where you hitchhike in the United States of America. In almost all states they have a sign like this on the on-ramps. But you can do it here. That's where you do it. Ooh, butterfly. Stop. Won't stop you against the gear cop? I don't know. It's not illegal to pick up a hitchhiker, so I don't know why. Anyway. We start the hitchhike from this one started in St. John's, Newfoundland, which is the city, the most eastern point in North America. I wanted to start there because it's the city furthest away from San Diego in North America. Warmest, it looks really hot. What's the current weather, guys? Not sure of our weather bot, because yesterday I think it might have been the wrong locations, because it was saying it was a very different temperature than what it actually was. The high is supposed to be in the mid-90s Fahrenheit, the mid-30s Celsius. Heat index is supposed to go up to just over 100. Oh, so that's higher 30s Celsius. The power source to use, lots and lots of mobile batteries. Lots and lots of mobile batteries. Interesting RV. This could be the RV folk. Alright. RV's a no, but then we got a truck with a fifth wheel here. RVs. Recommendation for best batteries? I've got like a million different brands of batteries, and I don't think any one is like stands out as much better than the other ones. Like I've got over 10 batteries, and they're all pretty much different brands. You don't need the most expensive battery. There's only a few different like actual battery manufacturers, like all they do is they line up a few AA size batteries in series or whatever, slab of plastic or a metal case on top, put their own branding on there, and call it premium. So just get what's on sale. Unless you need something special. Powering like a live view, then you need a 12-volt output, which is going to be more expensive. It's different manufacturers though, but yeah. Make your batteries for it. You pay a price premium, and I don't see any quality premium from that. I've used them. Hey Bob, how's it going? Prospect East on touchdown. Well, Nitrous, I saw like it was like months and months later. She did like us stream, and she was playing music. But I haven't seen her since then. People can teleport further. Would you still hitchhike? Well, there probably wouldn't be many cars to actually hitchhike from, so that would be difficult. Prospect, I'm guessing. Battery manufacturer by sponsoring. Well, I've always been like not loyal to one battery brand. If one would sponsor me, then I would like hashtag ad sell out, I guess, but which would probably make me a bad sponsorship, because like if I was hashtag ad like talking about the batteries, then people would just have like clips of me doing this exact conversation where I'm like, yeah, none of them are really better than any of the other ones, which would be me contradicting myself. You always camp, you get a hotel sometimes. Mostly camp. Mostly camp. Just Keth. Thank you again for the host. Everyone from Just Keth, welcome to Hitch. We're hitchhiking. You came at the right time. This is what we're all here for. Maybe. I don't know, is it? Anyway. Welcome to the hitchhiking stream. That's the back. It's alright. It's like my side, it's not like my actual like backpack. This time it didn't mess up. I think you just kept. I think I followed your channel the other day. Hello everyone. That was just Keth's stream. Oh yeah, we haven't been here before. Yeah, dude, the stream's hitchhiking full time. Been streaming it for about a year and a half. I hitchhiked for about 4 years before that without a camera. As strange as it sounds, I just like hitchhiking. In those past, 5.5, 6 years we're at almost now, I've hitchhiked in 32 countries, been picked up about 1,600 times, and I do it because I like it. As strange as that sounds, as you see me squatting on an on-ramp with no cars driving past, which means I'm not going to get a ride unless another car drives past. It takes a certain personality type to actually enjoy this. Someone might say glutton for punishment, but I honestly enjoy this. It's also 90 plus Fahrenheit today, so mid 30s Celsius. Oh, let's do the countries real quick. 32 countries I've hitchhiked through. Canada, Ireland, Wales, England, Scotland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Austria, Slovenia, Croatia, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Russia, Japan, Australia, United States of America, Iceland, Northern Ireland, Andorra, Spain, Portugal, Czech Republic, and Fiji. Yes. find the body of you hitchhike in Ireland. If you go to my videos panel, then you switch to highlights or like all, you'll have to scroll back pretty far, but it'd be the hitchhiking Europe, like that'd be the title, Hitchhiking Europe. Or no, we did by country, so it'd be, no, Hitchhiking Europe day this, Hitchhiking Ireland day this, Hitchhiking Europe, and then country Ireland. So I'm gonna be Hitchhiking Europe like day, like 30s through 50s or something. Travel through South America sometime? I would like to, yes. You're a weirdo, bud. Thank you, I'll take that as a compliment. Take that as a compliment. Put on my blue swim shoes and... Using Broadcast Now, still love you. Not at the moment, because I broke a few things associated with that, and I gotta get them replaced, so that'll probably get fixed and finagled with at TwitchCon in just under 2 weeks. But for the time being, I'm on my old school setup, which is just a cell phone, a wide angle lens, a directional microphone on a selfie stick, and a tripod. This does look a little bit off center. Just like... Trust that you're about to take random rides. I think it's interesting. Every day's new. You never know who's going to pull over next, and you meet some of the kindest people this way as well. Sit on my sign here for a moment. 1 hour hype? We got an hour now? It's very exciting. Ugh. Give it a go without sunglasses for a while. We've had this conversation. Historically, I say it's better to hitchhike. Oh, that was wrong. Better hitchhike without sunglasses. But I hitchhike 11 months of the year. And if it's super, super bright and the sun's in my eyes, like, I'm doing some real damage to my eyes, I think. So I made the decision that even though it's probably worse wearing sunglasses as far as your safety hitchhiking, what the hell are they doing? They just drove down the on-ramp and stopped. Well, I'm happy they didn't pick me up, Jesus. The whole purpose of the on-ramp is to get up to merging speed with the interstate. Anyway. Anyway, I made the decision to wear sunglasses if it was really bright out for my optical health. I was thinking you're talking to yourself, that's why I'm pulling over. Well, generally, if you watch, when people pull here, I kind of stop when they start driving this way. You notice there's several seconds before you see a car passing me, where I usually kind of stay quiet for a few seconds. That's to kind of avert that. But there's definitely times when cars are passing and I'm still talking, and I've probably lost rides for that exact thing that everyone brings up, that it sounds like I'm talking to myself. How long will you wait until someone pulls over? Very light traffic, that's correct, but it's good traffic. There's not much around here. It's a truck stop, service station, motel and stuff, so a lot of your traffic here is going to be going a decent distance. picked up a hitchhiker before. When I am driving, I pick up hitchhikers. When I took my 3-week holiday, I picked up one lady at night. She was in rough shape, but I got her where she needed to go. Lots of trolls out today. It's just new people to the channel. It's kind of every day. But the busier the channel is, like the more people viewing, the more visible the channel is in like the just chatting category, which means the more people clicking on the channel, which means the more new people watching the channel, which means the more people, you know, that are a bit trollish. It's nothing new with hitchhiking on Twitch. Like, it's an obscure thing, so you get a lot of people that react strangely to what I'm doing. Bad day for hitchhiking? Well, it's too hot, but we're dealing with it. This is hitchhiking. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. I'm okay with that. In fact, I appreciate it for that. If hitchhiking was always easy, I don't think I'd like it as much. It would be more boring, you know? If the first car always pulled over, there wouldn't be much excitement to that. When someone pulls over now after you've been waiting a while, like there's a sense of relief and excitement that comes with that. And I think I appreciate every ride that much more if some of my rides take a bit longer. Home base, you're always on the move. I'm out about 11 months of the year. I'll stop back at home like 2 to 3 times a year to see some friends, family, all that. Each time I go home, I'm home for like 1 week. This last time was 3 weeks, which was a very long break for me. But vast majority of the year I'm on the road. I think this trip's about 5 months, but I'll be home for Christmas this year. I'm gonna do 2 or 3 thing you're up for in Memphis. I'd like to, I just have to get there first. In US, most up driver not easy except hitchhiking person. I've hitchhiked and gone through all 50 US states. I'd say the average waiting time in the United States is a little bit longer than most other countries in the world. But you will get some long distance rides, and I think the people that do pull over, you meet some extremely kind, generous people. You also, I think, get some quirky people with a bit of a higher frequency than other countries. But I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite countries for hitchhiking. I will have to deal with the cops more in the United States as well. Will you be hitching in winter? Last winter I hitchhiked through Europe all winter, so yeah. This year I will be on this next trip until Christmas, so I guess early winter. And then right after Christmas I fly to Australia. But I'll probably just be flying somewhere from there. The reason I have that flight booked is it was almost the same price to fly one way from Australia to Vancouver when I went home for my vacation as it was to get a round trip flight. So I just got a random return leg to Australia after Christmas, and if I use it then that's great. If I don't, then well, I'm probably going to use it because it's a flight. How do you hitchhike in the states where it's illegal? I'll tell you how I did it. I didn't actually hitchhike in those states, I hitchhiked through those states. So for the case of Delaware and New Jersey, I got picked up in Maryland by a person that just so happened to be going to Brooklyn, New York. So they drove me from Maryland through Delaware, through New Jersey, and into New York State, where it's then legal again. So I technically hitchhiked through that state without actually having to hitchhike in that state. The soliciting a ride would be the illegal part. Once you're in a car, you're a passenger, and well, there's really nothing illegal about that. You couldn't really say there's anything illegal about that. The same thing happened for Idaho. I got a ride from Montana all the way through Idaho into Utah in a truck. So again, hitchhiked through an illegal state without actually having to hitchhike in that state. And then I hitchhiked from Utah and got a ride to Las Vegas in Nevada, which is the first time I kind of got stuck in an illegal state. So I was in Vegas for a few days or a week or something like that. Didn't really particularly like it, but then I'm just like, screw it, I'm going to fly to Alaska, and I flew to Alaska from there. remember your first hitch? Yeah. From Kelowna to Victoria, British Columbia. This guy, Chevy Silverado pickup truck. I think it was pretty much brand new. He worked on power lines, and at the time he was working in northern Saskatchewan. He's driving to Victoria, but stopping in Vancouver to pick up a girl that he met from Sweden. He met her somewhere in Europe on a Europe trip, and they were going to have a fun weekend away in Victoria. Don't hitchhike in Australia, bro. You might end up on Wolf Creek. We don't want that to happen. I've hitchhiked extensively in Australia on 2 separate occasions. First time I hitchhiked from Gold Coast to Perth through the outback, through the middle bits, and this past time, just a month and a bit ago, 2 months ago, was from Melbourne to Brisbane on the east coast. The double doink. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Twitch Hikers. Ever hitchhike across Russia again, but on stream this time? Maybe. I don't have plans to, but it could happen. Seen that slow-mo thing again? Oh yeah, it is. Throwing some shade. How could I do this? This is then end of the road, ain't no one gonna stop. Just wait. The thing that worked last time is giving the phone a reboot. I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna give the phone a quick restart and then I'll be back.
We're upgrading. And it's just a 40 cents difference from that
this one, and
there.
significantly bigger.
And you get 2 pieces for moderation.
Wow.
Wow, what more can you say, my man?
You've sold me. You've sold me.
You know?
You guys know how much I like Snickers, but we're upgrading to Extreme Snickers.
Yeah.
先にこの人を降ろします。
I will kill this person first.
Okay?
Can you say that again? Can you repeat that?
それを繰り返してくれませんか？
それを繰り返す。この人は家に帰ります。
This person will go home.
Ah, okay.
You home.
Hey, you're the guy from yesterday. No, what's your screen name? Corey 46? A burrito? It was a stream sniper yesterday. Corey Boy 6. You some kind of bum or something? What's with the bananas? Hey, Lori Stoddard. Yeah, doing our daily. But am I overheating it? I can't. The sun's really high right now. I've used my backpack for shade before, but there's really not much shadow from it at the moment, so I don't really know what shade you with. Low battery detected? There's nothing to do with the batteries. I've got all the batteries in the world. It's a heat thing, I'm guessing. Still in time for TwitchCon? Yeah, we're fine. We're all good. Don't worry about it. Cardboard together over it. It's just gonna get tossed by the wind. Hitchhiking's pretty common and easy in India. Huh. Well, that's very interesting. I'd like to go there and hitchhike at some point. It's funny because I've had someone else be like, you should try that in India. No one would pick you up in India. It's funny the mix of opinions you'll have on hitchhiking. Everyone's got an opinion on it, but most people haven't done it. Although you said a lot of people do it in India, so. I just find it funny how opinionated people are on things that they haven't actually done. Are we gonna settle down and get hitched? Probably sometime in the future. How's Tennessee treating you? It's making me sweat. It's hot. It's like the South, so it's one of your hotter states. But I believe it's unseasonably hot for this time of year. Like 90 plus Fahrenheit, mid-30s every day. It's got some humidity still. Sign says Westwood's on the east exit. No, this is westbound. One time I hitchhiked the wrong way out of a city in Japan. It was like Hiroshima or something like that. Oops. Oh, no, it wasn't Hiroshima. What city was that? I don't remember. Seems Texas very hot for September. Yeah, I was hoping that by this time of year things would be cooling down. I think they're usually supposed to be, but they haven't. They haven't. Nagasaki? No, that was the first time I was in Japan. So it might have been Fukuoka, maybe. No, I don't remember. I just remember, Ocean City, that was it. We were drinking severely watered down Gatorade. It was green apple Gatorade. It mostly tastes like water now with a hint of green coloring. Just a hint. It's already slowing down again. Way down. Except for you trying the new setup? No, because it wouldn't work before and it probably won't work now. So the thing is, I used the OnePlus 6 cell phone all through. I got it in like July last year and finished going through all the United States, and I never had it overheat once or slow down once. So I feel like this phone just isn't performing as well as that one would. So it's gotten less breezy, which is annoying as well. Battery wears it over time, but I got this one new recently because I dropped that phone off a mountain in Andorra. And it's not a battery capacity thing, it's a heat thing. This is a newer phone. Our truckers pick up company policies. You'll still get them on occasion, but it's pretty rare. I had one 2 days ago. Where you sleep? A tent. I've pretty much lost all breeze right now. It's not a good thing. Use shorts, pants keep the sun off me during the day and the bugs off me at night. Do you hitchhike at night? Once the sun sets, I'm done. Shading you with a piece of cardboard. Make a cardboard tent for your phone. It's just gonna get blown whenever a breeze does roll through or a truck drives past. Oh yeah, that breeze. Thank you for being here. You could just keep doing that. That'd be great. Help the phone heat, help my heat. Oh yeah, nice. Good breeze. King T-Rex, good to see you. On up right now, yep. Get picked up within a reasonable time frame. Is there a point where you give up for the day? No, I just keep going till the sun sets. But like, you know, I might be here like hitchhiking somewhere, start at like 5 p.m. or something like that. The sun sets at 7, and then after 2 hours you call it for the day because the sun sets. But then you retry it the next day. Why do you prefer long pants in summer? Again, it keeps the sun off you during the day and keeps the bugs off you at night. Middle of the pouring rain. How hot are you? You're warm. It's not horrible though. Wearing sunscreen? Yeah. Oh, Mythrade. Thanks for the host. Everyone, welcome to Hitch. Where are we hitchhiking? In the brutal southern heat. So I'm shielding my phone, but the frame rate is still low. Hello, everyone. Oh, that was good. That was a good raid. It's a good raid. How was Mythraid's stream? Did you catch anything? Was he fishing? Called Tennessee Southern. It's, I believe most people consider it a southern state. Thought about sunscreen on the phone? No, I haven't thought about that. Got stormed out. Stormed out. I don't know. Do you mostly listen to country music? No. I'm from Canada. Well, okay, there's very country areas of Canada. I think this shade is working. Back up to 30 frame rate and stuff like that. Just teasing you, I'm from Louisiana. I guess, yeah, if you're down in Louisiana, so you can't get much south than that. What about southern Florida? Key West, or what do you call it? Buy white decals for the phone? It's a white decal. My phone is white. It's a white phone. Well, back is white, but the side getting all the sun is the screen right now, so I don't know if it'd be better if the sun was at its back, but that just doesn't work for the scene we're at right now. Staying here, thinking of finding a new spot. There's no other spot. When you're hopping on ramps, like quite often the next on ramp is like 30 miles down the road, so you ain't walking there. And I can't walk down the interstate anyway. Well, actually, I do think that there's a state highway just down the road like that. Here's a place. Let's see if they come say hi. A state trooper as well. I checked from Paris to Denmark in less than a day. Are we in Denmark? Wait, where's Denmark? Actually, yeah, I think this is the service area for Denmark. It starts raining? I have stuff that I can cover things with, kind of. But depending on how long it's going to rain, I might just hunker down from the rain and then start again after, so I don't get everything wet. We also went through Milan yet, or Milan. Well, no, they call it Milan as well. We went from Paris to Milan to Denmark. Fast forward to the car comes. Go to YouTube if you want to fast forward. Or you could just watch VODs. Got like 4,000 hours of hitchhiking. Or you could skip to me getting picked up. Yesterday we caught 7 rides, so it'd be a good day to check out some interesting people as well. That's our highest ride count in a long time on stream. We've done 4 different days on this trip. But 7 was pretty solid. All Tennessee is watching football. Is there a game on right now? Alright, Donkey gives you a hitch. Would you take it? They're not allowed on the interstate, I don't think. But yeah, in general. Gonna stream well at TwitchCon? I'll stream some days. Maybe all days, but shorter streams. Certainly not doing 12 to 14 hour streams like I do when I'm hitchhiking. Woo. Almost finished one of my water bottles, but I got another one. Where we go after TwitchCon? I fly to Asia. I haven't planned that trip out too much though. Never got a Lambo ride? Not yet. Not yet. Had a cool ride in a Dodge Hellcat Red Eye yesterday. 790 something horsepower. It sounded pretty nice. So watch TwitchCon. We got like 1900 miles. It's a lot of walking. I don't think I can walk there in time. Put on my blue shoes and Hellcat. Oh, it's a Challenger. Okay. Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. Chicken Thailand would be an amazing experience. Maybe we'll do it at some point. Get business cards to give to people to pick you up. I have like 200 business cards on me. Way ahead of you. Oh, I want my breeze to come back. Got here, how far are you from goal? Like 1,900 miles, or just under that. Getting any fights at the AutoZone parking lot? No. It's being signed like the outside subway. If there's any breeze, cardboard does not, it catches in the wind really easily. But no, I haven't tried to do that. Sometimes I flip the sign to get people's attention, especially if I'm hitchhiking somewhere there's fast traffic. Although it's better if the sign isn't this floppy because I've used the sign for a while. But you can flip it. Just something moving, people stare at it more. Also, sometimes I'll have something written on one side, so the sign says west. It's hard, I can't even tell if you can read it. The lighting's, it's really hard for me to even see the screen. And then on the other side, I'll say something else. So I'll hold it like this and then flip it, and you can get two things said at once. It's the worst place to hitchhike. Again, we caught 7 rides yesterday. Wait times were pretty short. That was Tennessee.